Hello and welcome to another edition of House Seats. Alongside Brian Brown, I'm HSNYC. As always, we're here from Wood & Ales, 234 West 14th Street. You can catch them on social media at Wood & Ales NYC. You can catch us on social media at House Seats NYC. And Brian, the Rio Olympics are done with. I'm sorry if you're a big Olympics fan, you're going to have to wait another 4 years. As for the games, big names we expected to hear from, we did. Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Katie Ledecky and Simone Biles brought their names into contention. But USA Basketball, which is one of the sports here in the States that most people have their eyes on, won gold as expected. Some of the matches were closer than we would have been comfortable with. But Carmelo Anthony, as he said a few weeks ago, as he would have liked, and now he did, win his third gold medal in his fourth Olympic Games. Where does this rank him amongst U.S. Olympics history-wise? Because we do talk about Phelps a lot and the other athletes, Michael Johnson, Carl Lewis. I mean, just from the past, do you think his is a name we're going to talk about, say, 20 years from now when there's a new generation of USA basketball players?
Well, first, I will have the countdown to Tokyo by the next time we're shooting.
Oh, okay.
So we're under 4 years,
Yeah,
if
we're under
anybody's
4
keeping
years.
time.
All right.
So let me give you the simple answer to that question.
And what may that be?
The answer is no.
No?
It's no.
No.
No. I think in the grand scheme of things, when you look at where basketball's place is in this country, yes, I agree we take it for granted. And, you know, that's great, 3 gold medals. And I mean, not to, you know, I'm not anti-Melo. I love Melo, but...
Or anti-United States, I hope.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. No, not in the least. But when you have an assembly of 12 NBA players, I would hope that you could run through the competition where the closest team has 3, maybe 4 NBA players. And really, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at the Olympics, there's only certain sports that get us interested because we only get them once every 4 years, swimming, gymnastics. But in terms of basketball, we get it every year.
And with how close the matches were compared to what we expected, do you think that brought more intrigue to the games, or it brought some disappointment to the team because of the way they were expected to blow out other nations?
I mean, it still didn't really get me excited for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I still felt like we were eventually going to come out of these games unscathed. But to put it in perspective...
And a 30-point win in the gold medal match proved that.
Right. And to put it in perspective... In the grand scheme of things, in terms of great Olympians, like, no, I don't consider Melo to be up there with Michael Johnson or Carl Lewis or even a Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps. I mean, Floyd Mayweather didn't win gold, and that didn't hurt him.
Not at all.
Didn't hurt him at all.
Still betting 7 figures in Vegas. Now we look forward to the NBA season. This was a nice appetizer, if you will. We still have a little time before teams get back together and, you know, chase that elusive Larry O'Brien trophy. The Knicks have a lot of expectations, and a lot was talked about with the games being over, how Melo was the flat-out leader. His former college basketball coach, Jim Boeheim, who was an assistant on the team, said there was no doubt Melo was the leader of Team USA. But it's easy to be a leader when you're only dealing with guys for a couple of months, and then, you know, a tournament that lasts only 2 weeks. Now that he has an entire season to play, and pretty much an entirely different roster, especially on the starting end, do you think he takes this experience in a positive way and uses it towards the Knicks? Or do you think it's just, let's see where we are once we get together and then deal with that separately?
Well, the last time in the 2012 games, came back, had his best season with the Knicks. The Knicks had their best season with him on the team. So I can only hope that history repeats itself.
Do you think that lack of layoff helps also because of, you know, playing during this time and not necessarily taking a break during the summer like he would have been?
I mean, if you think he carries extra momentum into the season, I mean, I think that remains to be seen.
As for what the Knicks do, we'll have to decide that on another day. As for us, you can catch us on social media at House Seats NYC, and you can catch Wood & Ales on social media, Wood & Ales NYC. They're 234 West 14th Street. For Brian Brown, I'm HSNYC, and you've been watching House Seats.